Alright, you guys might remember this Honda clone that blew a rocker arm right there. Broke right off, eh? And then I proceeded to lose one of the push rods. So just getting ahead isn't going to solve my problem. And it's going to cost altogether about 80 Canadian dollars to fix this, which is about 60 US, which makes sense to you guys, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world. So what I've done was I went bright lights and I purchased this little guy. Now originally it was on, this is a 163C where that other one is 190. But this is a nice little motor. It's made by Briggs and Stratton, Milwaukee, USA. Isn't that cool? It's called, it's got the snowflake on it. And it was on for 88 Canadian. I don't know if I said that. But when I had it in the shopping cart, I noticed something. This is the last one. There was no box. And this piece of steel was sitting right there. Can you see that? Right there. So I thought, oh, that looks like an oil drain. It's kind of thin, but it looks like an oil drain. So what I did was I looked it over, and down here there's an extension for the oil drain, and it sits out like that. So I'm in the store. I'm pretty sure I can get that broken piece out of those threads, and then just take the end of this off and use it for the bull plug on the oil. And so I said to the girl at the front, I said, I think I can fix this, but it's not a new motor. And she says, right. Well, if we send it back, they'll just throw it in a dumpster, recycle it. She says, how does $50 sound? So I said, well, that just sounds fantastic. So I got this little motor, horizontal drive, probably 5.5, 6 horse, right? Depending on how you measure stuff. Horsepower is not the same as it used to be. Same as the GX 160, eh? Same size. And the only problem is we have to get that broken sleeve out of there and put this bung in. I don't care if it has the extension on it or not. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my easy outs, and we're going to see if we can get this out. Be right back. All right, so we're going to try. If we have to, we can use, it's a little bit loose, but I can use one of these different point sockets. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an 8-point socket. I can use that on this easy out, right? To get that out there. But before I have not touched it, honest to gosh. I did take the bull plug out of the extension, and with any luck at all, that should be the same thread as that, right? So I don't know whether to start with the ratchet or whether to just use my fingers. Oh, it's moving. I think I'm going to get a smaller easy out though. Hey, this is the first time an easy out has been easy. Look at that. Almost looks like a helicoil, doesn't it? Okay, so now that should be the same thread as that. So let's get the washer on the bolt and turn that in. And now we don't have filings and shavings and so that was the fix. Ultimately cool. Now I guess the next thing is to do is to get some oil and some gasoline into this guy to see if it runs, eh? I'm happy. So I got this little motor for $40 US. Brand new. There's a couple of things I don't like about it, I have found out. To make it go, you've got to use one of these keys that come on the handle. It's just dumb if you ask me. Okay, there we go. Just stick that in there like that, and that makes it go, and that makes it stop. Now the older Briggs & Stratton snowblower motors had a switch over here. So I'm very, very tempted to modify that and just put a switch on that instead. Just drill it out and put a switch. Because once you pull that out, what do you do with it? I guess you put it on a rope. Okay, the furnace is on. I also read online that this motor was good for snow blowers, pressure washers, and other agricultural uses. And then I find out I don't think there's an air filter in this guy, because in Canada up here, or where we have a lot of winter, snow blowers don't have air filters. So I am just going to check inside here, guys, 8mm here, to see what we can do about an air filter if I decide to put this on a tiller. I'm not going to do it, but I'll show you what's happening. You see that little screen right there? Okay, there's my kingdom for some more light. Okay, so there's the carburetor right there, the end of the choke knob there. You see that? Right? And this little screen is on the input to the carburetor. So I think that would be easy to adapt, just to stick something over top of that. That kind of sucks though if you want to use it for a rototiller. I'm going to just take a few more bolts off and have a look. I guess you guys might as well watch, eh? Okay. Do you think we could turn that into an air filter of some sort? Boy, that's a pretty shaky looking deal, eh? I wonder if we could just take a piece of foam, exactly that size, slice it like an air filter foam from an old Tecumseh motor or something, and just insert it in there. I think we can. Just in case it ends up on a tiller, right? That's a weird deal. So thanks for watching this, guys. I've had a lot of fun. Put the key in it. And the only other thing left is the choke. And these are keyed too, hey? Fat skinny. Oh man, I don't like pushing stuff down like that. Good. All right. So now I'm ready to fire it up. I'll do that next time. I'm going to take a break. Well, we might as well put oil in this little guy. I'm going to use my easy extender funnel. I think it holds 500 mils, I'm just guessing. But these older type, I call them older type of oil plugs, you just fill them to the edge of the threads anyway. Now let's get a flashlight, see how much oil we have in that. So to the threads, we're good. Okay, let's put a little fuel in it. Gas tank's clean. Half a tank of fuel. Okay, let's just get the dangerous stuff out of the way. And I'm going to just put a C-clamp on it on my little rolling chair here like I do, and then we'll come back. Alright guys, now we're going to fire this brand new motor up. I've got it C-clamped to my chair. Some of you might have seen that before. You can actually sit in this chair, but I never do. I just use it for stuff like this. And I put the starter key on just on a piece of rope, and I attached it here. This is a really strong string. On off, right? And let's see, I think choke is over here. And I am going to just give it a, I'm going to give it a little pump until it drips. It's probably too much. There it goes. They have a vent. Every carburetor has a vent. And this is a brand new motor, right? Now it is it's got a snowflake on it. And it's only 163 cc's, like I mentioned earlier. But man, in this time of year, the snowblowers are coming in hot and heavy, and it's just nice to have a spare. So let's see if it goes. So we're turned on. We got it choked. We're primed. We've got gas. We've got oil. We're clamped down. It should just go. Are you ready? This is kind of fun. Okay, a couple pulls on a brand new motor, that's not bad. And there we go. So for $39 US, which the world understands, no, a lot of people don't understand Canadian, it was 50 Canadian. I'm pretty happy. And off to the next project. Now that I've got it running, I'm going to let it run a little bit more before I put it away. And we'll drain the gas and run it out of fuel, because I don't know how long it's going to sit, right? So thanks for watching this, guys.